Yeah, what up? It's Rittz, White Jesus. You're now tuning in to Y2K Daily. In this bitch, yeah. Yeah, man. I'm having a great time out here, dog. It's dope, man. You can feel the creativity in the air, man. It's a lot of musicians out here. A lot of people that love music. It's a lot of, everybody. It's just a real good vibe, man. A lot of beautiful people. Well, first of all, I linked up with Yellow Wolf, about 4 years ago on MySpace. My manager Cinder had brought me to one of his shows. We met or whatever, and then we started doing a couple songs together. He liked what I did. He was on the verge of really getting his shit going, so he put me on Box Chevy. He kind of had this vision of us being a crew, and just went from there, man. Once he blew up, man, he came back and got me, man, and got it started for me. So, but as far as a future project in the works, I mean, we're always gonna be doing, songs together. I don't know about projects or anything like that, man, but we work together really well. I don't know, man. That'd be nice, man. That'd be dope, man. I don't know if they're ready for that one yet, though. But it would be good. But to keep up with the motherfucker would be crazy because his work ethic is crazy, dog. He's killing the verses real quick. My homie Matt Swinsky had shot the video. Yellow Wolf directed it, and we did it, man. The video's kind of dark. It kind of followed the theme of the beat. The beat's produced by Jay Plimp. It's the funeral march sample in there. So we wanted to kind of play off that, like I'm kind of killing rappers, and then I'm coming back. I'm coming out of my grave, man, and really just coming here to take over. Burn One I met through Yellow Wolf. When I first did the first show, did Box Chevy with Yellow Wolf, I met Burn One, and Burn One was a fan of the music. Honestly, I didn't know Burn One produced tracks. I just thought he hosted mixtapes, and when I heard the tracks he did, it was like, it was fucking destiny, man, because I made beats as well, but I didn't produce anything on this album. I kind of stopped making my own beats. But the type of tracks I like were exactly what Burn One was making, and I couldn't find anybody that was making those type of tracks, man, so it's a perfect match. Atlanta's filled with, just a whole Outkast, Goody Mob, Dungeon Family movement had so much of an impact on me. I used to be in a group years ago called Rollo and Rittz, and we were kind of like the white Outkast. I try to, I would watch the videos and try to, imitate Big Boy, and he, the same thing with Andre, and like, so years later, being at the Yellow Wolf video shoot with Big Boy, being at the Big Boy show was like kind of surreal for me, because I was such a big fan and idolized it, on some fan shit as a teenager. So yeah, man, Outkast alone says enough for me. Their music had so much of an impact on not just me musically, but my life, man. It's like soundtrack to my life. My writing process is somewhat insane, man. Like I'm a very self-conscious rapper. Being now getting into the game, and I'm seeing how a lot of people work. I've always had a home studio, so I've kind of always worked on my own, the way I work. But I write, man, and I'm a perfectionist almost. I kind of drive myself crazy, a little bit too crazy, like to where I always think shit's whack and shit ain't this, but it always ends up turning out in the end. It's just honest. That's how I write. But it turns out the reason I think like that makes the final product better. But it does kind of drive me crazy, man. Like every syllable has to match. I'm just a super perfectionist with the way I write. For White Jesus and what you're hearing now, I've always dabbled in the double time, the tongue flipping shit, and the twisters, busters, Bone, everybody who ever did it, even, especially when Biggie did the song with Bone, that influenced me to see somebody who didn't double time to do it. So, that's kind of how it got that way. I just dabbled in that, and I've always kind of got that, but then once Box Chevy came out, it kind of stuck. That's what people wanted to hear from me, and just happened to be what I'm good at. Well, if you're a white artist coming into the game, man, I would say just be yourself, be you, and kill it, man, and stop dropping fucking N-bombs and shit, man. That shit ain't cool at all. Like, that's what I would say. I don't fuck with that shit, but a lot of people talk like that, man. But I think that if you're a white boy rapping, man, it is gonna be hard. People are automatically gonna think you're gonna be whack until they hear you. And I get it all the time with the way I look. A lot of people just prejudge. So just do you, be yourself, man. Be white. White Jesus came really is just a nickname, man. My homeboys that come over and see me with my hair down, dog, and be like, yo, what up, White Jesus? Shout out to my boy Kenji, who actually named me that. And it just stuck, man. It just was what it was. First of all, shout out to DJ Booth for giving me all the love, man, and support, man. I really appreciate the shit. But nah, the fans, it hasn't really been overwhelming because honestly, it hasn't sunk in yet. I live a pretty normal lifestyle. I'm like everybody else, man. I've been you know, up to this point, I've had a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? I've been actually working and doing this, so it's been constantly grinding. I've been walking that line of being a rap artist and just working regular shit. So right now it hasn't sunk in, man. It's kind of like I'm just happy people are listening to me. You know, I've been making music for so long, man. The fact that people open up their ears for me is great. I would love to work with, I mean, there's a million artists that has been out that I'd love to work with, but as far as new artists, you know, Big Crit is and he's on my mixtape White Jesus on Full of Shit, but Big Crit is probably, besides Yellow Wolf and my American family, like Big Crit's probably my favorite upcoming artist right now. But there's so many people: Emilio Rojas, Jaron Benton, boy Hitman Shouty. You know, there's a lot of people out there that's really doing that thing. 5 years, man. I hope to be a couple albums deep, man, and I hope to have, you know, a big fan base and just continue to do what I love, man. Just making music and being out there and kind of living the dream. You know what I mean? I don't have, you know, a lot of people have these super plans. I want to own this and my clothing line or this and that. I really don't have that, man. I just really want to make great music, man, and get paid doing what I love to do, you know. So, and actually, this is the first time I've ever even dabbled with having a future, period. So, I'm just happy with having a future and doing something and not being broke as fuck.